Yo, what's going on YouTube fam? It's your boy Monte back with another video. Hey, appreciate all the love y'all been showing to our channel. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Check out some of the previous videos, like and subscribe. All right. So today I'm coming to you with another topic that I get all the time in the insurance world, which is when is the appropriate time to file a claim and when you should pay out of pocket. Now, I know some of you who are new who may be watching this may not understand why that's even a thing. And that's what we're going to break down today. All right, because it's very imperative that you guys understand this before you enter into the business. And for those of you who are already in the business, I know I run across people all the time who don't know this information or they learn the hard way. Okay, so first off, let's get into it. Let's give a little of the backstory about what it's really like. So, that first year having your authority, you need to treat it like a newborn baby. Okay. You're gonna encounter a lot of situations, man. Let's just keep it real. I ain't no need to sugarcoat it. This raw trucking, we gonna give it to you real. That first year, you don't know what to expect. I don't care if you've been a company driver 20 years. It's way different when you're the one who's answering all the phone calls and there's nobody for you to put the bucket of blame on. All right. So it's very important that you understand this before you get started, because if you're looking around on the internet now, you should see several examples of what I truly mean. All right. So that first year is very critical. Okay. So, we all know the racket that we call insurance. But if you're an owner op, you got no choice but to play ball, right? All right. So when you get started with these insurance companies with no experience as being an owner op, they're basically writing you a blank check. All right. And trusting that whatever they did when they did the background, when the underwriting process went through, they're trusting and saying, hey, whatever happens, we got your back. Okay. And when you look at insurance like that, it makes you think about stuff a little bit differently. All right. Because first off, this is a very dangerous business. Trucking is one of the highest rated, one of the highest risk industries that there is. That's why it's hard to secure funding for new companies. And that's why insurance companies look at your information with a fine tooth comb before they guarantee you a policy. Okay. So knowing that is the why behind why some of this, the process of insurance can be difficult, and why it's so important to prove yourself with a new authority. Because truthfully, you don't start getting much better rates on insurance till about 2 years in on your authority. Okay. So truthfully, the first 2 years is highly imperative, but the first year, because it's so new, is the most important. You also got your new entry safety audit that's coming along. A lot of stuff down the pipeline for new owner operators, right? So look, even though you are insured, insurance companies don't never want to hear from you. They don't want no claims. They don't want anything, because now we know they rather just get your payment and hopefully they never have to do anything, pay anything out. But in trucking, that's more than likely not going to happen. Everybody I know who's been doing this for a while has been put in a position to where either they have to file a claim or a claim is going to get filed against them. Okay. So let's say you just racking up claims your first year. Driver fault, shipper fault, it don't matter whose fault it is. You got claims, which means extra money has to be paid out, which means when it's time for renewal, other companies, let's say you think that you're going to leave whoever you're with and switch insurance companies, right? They're going to ask you for what's called a loss run report. On that loss run report, it's going to show every claim that has been filed under this policy. Okay. Now, while you may have been thinking that, oh, I got insurance, so when the claim comes, it's no biggie, they'll pay it. If you're with the right insurance company, there's no doubt about that they will pay it. But the problem is that reflects negatively upon your company when it's time for you to renew. Because once you get your insurance policy, you got to renew it every year. Sometimes it's 6 months, but for the most policies you'll see is going to be a year long, right? So when it comes time to renew and you want to shop around with other people, and now they pull that report card on you, which is the loss run, and you got 3, 4, 5 different claims, all right, it makes it harder for somebody new to want to take you on, because they're like, okay, if you did that this year, the law of averages says you'll probably do something similar, if not worse, the following year, right? And sometimes they'll give you a period to explain yourself and explain the situation. Sometimes they won't. There is no guarantee that you'll have somebody that's willing to understand your situation. Once again, remember I keep telling you guys, the majority of folks that you deal with in trucking, they don't with insurance rather, they don't know what it's like to run a trucking company. They don't know how a claim can come out of nowhere, even if you're not at fault as the driver. You see what I'm saying? So it's very important that you understand that. All right. So look, we know I'm showing to you the danger stories of how it could happen. So let me give you an examples of what I mean. Okay. So I would say this was we were about 6 months in our authority when this happened. So we have a tilt bed trailer on one of our trucks. All right, it's on one of the hot shot trucks. It's a tilt bed trailer. If you guys aren't familiar with it, it's the trailer with the hydraulic lift that can go straight up in the air, right? So we used it to deliver containers, shipping containers to residential areas. All right, real popular now. A lot of people are using them for storage, building houses, offices, the whole nine, right? So in this particular job, um, my partner, who's the driver of this truck, he goes up and he calls me. He was like, "Hey man," because this site was getting like 3 or 4 containers dropped right next to each other in the middle of the woods. I think they were gonna do some construction. So my partner calls me. He's like, "Hey man, look, I done got 2 or 3 of them in. It's time to do this last one, but it's real tight, and I'm trying to tell this guy I'm gonna gas that container if he wants me to back it in like this." So he's letting me know so I can talk to the broker and go ahead and, get ahead of the situation, right? So as he's telling me this, I can hear the customer talking to him in the background, and he's basically saying, "Hey, look, man, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I got it. I just need it done today. Whatever damages happen, we good." So after they go back and forth, my partner was finally like, "Man, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and drop it for him. I'm ready to get home anyway." So, just like my partner said, when he goes to try to get it in there, he nicks the trailer and puts a little small, he nicks the container and puts a little small gash in there, right? So, once again, the customer's acting like it's no big deal. Before my partner could even get 30, 45 minutes down the road, here comes the broker calling me saying that the container depot just got a complaint from the customer that his container had been damaged, right? Of course, driver calls the customer back. "Oh man, I didn't know they would put it back on you guys. I'll pay half, or I'll give you some money towards it, whatever, whatever." To this day, we never heard from this guy again. Okay, so now the container depot puts us in a situation. They say, "Hey, look, either we can file a claim on your insurance and get it back," because they were going to have to get that customer a brand new container. All right. So they, of course, shit rolls downhill, family. Got that from the military. And when you're an owner operator, everybody's problems become yours because you're the one with the insurance. So they know if they have a problem, they can get it out you with that insurance. Okay. So they present us with an ultimatum. They say, "Hey, look, either you pay out of pocket or we'll file a claim on the insurance and get it that way." Okay. Now, on this particular load, we were using a broker for this deal. Got a pretty good relationship with the broker. Shout out to my boy Jerry Fletcher. Jerry calls and he says, "Hey, look, man, we can go half on it, bro. We'll go half with you to get them the new container. That way you don't have to file a claim on your insurance." All right. And so that's what we ended up having to do. I think the container was like $2,400 or something like that. I can't remember the exact amount, but we had to split it half, right? But split it half saved us from having that claim, which could have easily, because we ended up having 2 more claims that year. All right, which was no fault of, well, one was a driver error, but the other two had nothing to do with a driver situation. But this is how it crumbles. This is how the cookie crumbles sometimes, fam. There's no other way to describe this. You know what I mean? So when you're dealing with this business, you got to understand that. All right. So by us paying that little money out of pocket saved us thousands more. All right. But with that same scenario, sometimes you're forced into have to file a claim, such as your vehicle had another truck catch on fire in the mountains. The transmission caught on fire. All right. So not filing the claim wouldn't have benefited us in that situation because we may be in a situation where we're at a total loss for the truck. All right. So some things are common sense. Obviously, in that case, it's worth it to file a claim because insurance does have its benefits. Right. All right. So the main message I'm trying to get across to you guys today is understand your policy. Okay. Understand what claims mean. If you're paying these agents, ask them questions, right? They're getting paid because you choose to go through them for your insurance. Use that. Hey, tell me about this. Explain to me more about trailer interchange. You know what I'm saying? Get the full value out of your policy because you really need to understand these things, fam. All right. So, look, I just wanted to come to you guys today with a short video, when to file a claim, when to pay out of pocket. Hope you guys found some value in this video. Do me a favor, man. Leave a comment. Tell me about any story you have with a claim. Let me know what you think about this, man. Check out some of the other videos. Like and subscribe to the channel. And hey, look, for my people who are looking to start an authority soon, we have a guide that we're selling. All right. Step-by-step process with insurance tips and other things to help you along your journey. All right. $20 investment, to support the movement of giving out truth. And, you can catch that down the link below at the bottom. Once again, we're going to be coming to you weekly with new content. I'm Monte. That's my time. And y'all keep trucking, fam. Peace.